So did you gather your socks?
Did I say socks?
Yeah. You
Oh,
texted me. It said you had to gather your socks and you'd be ready to record. Hello and welcome to the I Love You Bet podcast. I'm Heather and this is my sister,
Rian. Each week we will revisit relics of our childhoods using our multiple master's degrees
to critically evaluate the crap that consumed our misspent youth. So join us,
sisters, latchkey kids, cuspers, and lazy feminists as we look back at our past to say, I love you, but...
Yes, I kind of gathered my thoughts. I'm tired.
fighting against the dying of democracy.
When we're talking about how I wasted time, like if I'm being really honest, the whole event is really a waste of time. I've become a little disheartened with these huge events because I feel like it's just a lot of older white people being very performative. It's just like, maybe I'm too pessimistic, but it's hard to know, like, what are they carrying forward and what are they taking and what are they doing differently in their lives every day? Because that's what's really going to create change. Showing up yesterday and having it still just be a whole lot of middle-aged and older white people is very, tired. I feel like it's a waste of time too, because I feel like I can't say what I really want to say, which is I have to be very gentle. And so I'm tired of being gentle with white privilege and not being able to just be like, hey, it's so great that you're finally inconvenienced enough. We're finally, because I'm guilty of it too, angry enough and inconvenienced enough and affected enough that we're going to fight. But I hope that you realize that we've all been resting on our laurels and our own comfort while other people have been dealing with what we're dealing with forever. And that, the idea of rebuild and this isn't the America I know. And, some of that rhetoric when it's like, no, it really is. It's just
never inconvenienced.
Yeah. It's hard for me not to believe that whenever this is over, quote unquote, that all of the people who were in the streets yesterday aren't going to go right back to being like, okay, well, I'm comfortable again, so it's fine. Which I tried to emphasize in my speech. But again, you have to kind of use kid gloves because you don't want to hurt our fragile white feelings.
Oh, our fragile white feelings.
Yeah, so I don't want to say it was a waste of time, but
sounds like a waste of time to me. I'll say it.
Another thing I did this week was actually start applying and finding out that I would be able to apply and I don't owe money that I thought I owed, so I didn't ask anymore.
Hooray! Zero follow-up questions. If they say you don't owe money, take a screenshot.
Hopefully in the fall, I'll be taking one class. And then that led me to having some text conversations with our good friends, Kyle and Heather, who I, every few months will kind of text with them. And, because I met them when I moved here to go to graduate school. So I thought they would enjoy knowing that I'm going back. And of course, they're like, why? No. And said, well, because I don't get to retire, but I know I can't keep in the classroom, so I have to make a plan. And, Kyle, in his wisdom, was like, well, none of us get to retire. True, so that's not a thing we get to do. And apparently they're moving. They bought a new house.
Oh, okay. Are they staying in Chicago area?
They're staying in Chicago, but they're moving actually closer to. And they got
They're moving out. Wait, they're moving out of Wakanda?
They're moving out of Wakanda, but they're keeping the house in Wakanda.
Oh, good.
In case Heather changes her mind. They're going to rent out the Wakanda house.
Hey, no, renting out a house is a great second source of income.
No, it is. It's great. But of course, the house they bought, I don't know. She sent me pictures and I literally texted her, I love you, but also fuck you. Because it is another beautiful mid-century modern house with huge windows. And she's like, and there's a river in the back. I'm like, of course there's a fucking river in the back. I don't know. It's just because they're must be just amazingly good people. How do you
Well,
Go ahead.
They have excellent taste.
Yes, they do.
they are willing to live not in a city, 'cause-
Yes, I know. Yeah, no, I know. It's just
which means they can have a river in their backyard, and
Yeah.
they have a dual income where they live in the same place. That makes
and they don't have children.
and they don't have children. These
Yeah.
all make huge differences.
No, I know. It's just funny. Like, of course they have I'll send you the pictures later, but I made tentative plans to go visit. And it's closer because they moved further south, so closer to Chicago than Wakanda was. So
Can't believe Wakanda wasn't forever.
I also wasted some time trying to get my own money this week because apparently I did too good a job of trying to hide my money from myself so I wouldn't spend it.
Are you John Mulaney? What are you doing?
So I opened a separate bank account, savings account with a different bank.
Okay.
Trying to hold some money there so that I wouldn't spend it.
Right.
This month got a little out of control. So I needed to kind of move some funds, just to tide me over, whatever. So I was like, I wasted a lot of time trying to link the bank accounts online so I could do it online. That didn't work on either way. So then I had to go to the new bank, through the teller and all of that. But they don't actually it's not like where you send the thing boom. It's like an ATM, but then there's a video teller. It was a whole, and then I had to get my ID out and put it in this slot so they can scan it. But there's a curb, so I couldn't get close enough, and it was fucking windy. So then I was like, I don't know if my driver's license, and I was on my trying to get to therapy on time. So it was just a whole goddamn mess. But so in a way, good. I achieved my goal, which was to make it very difficult for me to access my money, but it was pretty comical at how difficult I made it for myself. Wasted a whole lot of money on Elliot Finn trying to get nice school pictures, but I'm not going to tell you all about that. But I just succeeded. I got proofs, and they're going to be very nice pictures. So
Okay. I thought you were going to be mad, and I was going to tell you, I think after this number of attempts, it is time to just give up because.
Oh, no, I love his
Okay.
pictures. I sent you,
Okay.
you saw them, didn't you?
Yeah, I just thought you were mad about the haircut.
Oh, I'm still mad about the haircut. But then the next morning, he decided he wanted to put a bunch of ponytails in his hair again and look like a piranha, which maybe he meant porcupine, but he kept saying piranha. And so after I had spent all that money, I was like, honey, please, please, just want nice pictures. So I may have bribed him. So then I was like, and he wasn't having it. So then I'm putting the ponytail in his hair, resigned to it. And then I said, what if I get you this Lego set that you've wanted for over a year? And he goes, okay, which bad parenting, I know, but it was a moment of desperation and bad judgment. How'd you waste time this week, Heather Davis?
But she didn't want to talk about it. I was wondering. I was like, God, she always wants to tell Elliot stories. Why doesn't she want to tell a boring Elliot story? Oh, because I'm a bad parent story. I got it.
Yes. But you know what? It's a Lego. It's good for his brain. And he's actually put the whole thing together, which is different. Normally we end up putting them together, but I was like, nope, you're going to put it together. I'll help.
Good for his brain. Well of excuses. All right. I didn't really waste time this week because I edited a whole bunch of our sound bites together to make anniversary videos. And
Yes.
then I created a whole bonus episode of our sound bites, which is great. I edited 10 chapters in my book.
Good
and
Lord.
I edited my website. And I worked with our wonderful friend Allie to get the book cover finalized.
Yay, Allie.
And yay, Allie. And then I queried 5 agents in hopes that I don't have to use the book cover, but we'll see. I paid Allie, but I'm holding it in my back pocket because, if I can actually sell it, then that's way better for me than having to market it on my own. I scheduled 30 days of social media to promote audiobook that is out now. I will say that here since we had a whole episode about it. So the audiobook.
Yes, and it's so good. I started listening to it. I haven't kept listening to it, but I did start listening to it, and I think it's very compelling. Everyone should buy it and listen to it.
Every single person. If you
Review, isn't
haven't,
it?
Yeah, if you have an Amazon subscription, you probably get a free Audible book every month. And so you could go make this your free Audible book. Ryan's putting that in quotes.
Your free Audible book with your $16 a month subscription. Yes.
I mean, if you are paying for that, you should get you should get everything. You should go and get everything that they will let you have, as far as I'm concerned. And then I didn't waste time watching Spice Worlds because apparently
It doesn't exist.
they're in the land of IP arguments and everybody wanting money and whatever. So it is not streamable, which is another argument for when I'm finally settled in a house somewhere, moving back to physical media after having given it up. I didn't think all the way through on that one. I didn't consider.
I did have a thought, like, if we'd given it more time and if I had a DVD player, I was like, I wonder if the library has it.
Yeah, I mean, you can get it on like eBay and stuff. So, and that, like, I could have, if I had put effort into it, I could have found Spice World. But
No. So we'll just do it another day, another time.
no one is doing this. But there's a fantasy world of this podcast where our listeners actually watch what we're watching. And therefore, we need to watch things that are gettable.
Oh, that they're not just listening to us talk about it. They're actually going to go and watch it too.
Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, I would love to see Spice World again or for the first time.
Oh, see, I didn't know we'd set that expectation.
It's not really, it's just in my head, like I said.
Oh, see, well, that's how I teach, which isn't great.
And so instead, we watched Drop Dead Gorgeous, which also was not available for streaming for a very long time because of IP issues that they managed to solve. And I would say that this movie was also a waste of time. We can get into that in a minute. So last night, after watching Drop Dead Gorgeous,
I can't wait to hear what our uncle has to say about this movie. And if our mother actually made it through the whole movie.
We can talk. But I do want to say that after we watched this, I did log into my Hulu account and I watched The Secret Agent, which was an Academy Award nominated film. And it helped a lot. I was like,
palate cleanser for you.
Yes, it was a brain palate cleanser. It felt really good. I was like, oh, my soul needed this. Like, it was so good.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the movie was like 2.5 hours long. So it was a big commitment to start at 9:30 p.m. on Saturday night for me.
Yeah.
But and I was like, I need a snack in the middle. I'm like, what? How? And I like hit pause and I was like, oh my God, I still have an hour and a half left. Like, I gotta go get some chips. I can't make it through this movie. I gotta get some chips to get through this.
Yes, I will say that I started the series that Allie told us about, Sanctuary, about the witches.
Oh, the English witches or whatever.
The English witches, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's also kind of infuriating. You know, a lot of Crucible like vibes.
Oh, so it's not contemporary. It's set in oldie times.
No, it's contemporary, but it's like the same kind of like themes, right?
Okay.
Like hysteria, people not taking responsibility for their actions, being motivated by stupid human emotions, you know.
Stupid human emotions. I like those smart human emotions.
Well, I mean, like, to me, when they drive you to being okay with ruining people's lives and dying, then they're stupid human emotions, right? Like just having them doesn't make them stupid, but like when they then like make you a terrible person, like then that's when they cross into stupid human emotions for me. Are we gonna do what we remembered, or are we just gonna get into it with this movie?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have you ever seen Drop Dead Gorgeous?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Like, I avoided it for a long time just thinking that I wouldn't like it. I don't remember why. But yeah, no, I've seen it at least once.
Okay.
And then something came up like on Instagram, like a reel came up not long ago that reminded me of some parts. So obviously the Jesus dancing with the Jesus on the cross. I remember Allison Janney and beer can hands and Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, no, you got more than me. I think I only saw it in the movie theater like when it came out. I remember thinking that it was subversive and hilarious, and then knowing that it was impossible to find for a really long time. And then I wrote "Dancing Jesus Crucifix?" And that was it. You remember a lot. I forgot it was a mockumentary.
Yes, I also forgot that. I forgot that too. This movie I don't know how this movie hasn't been just like officially canceled.
Yeah, this movie I wrote in my Letterboxd Unhinged review last night that this
Yes,
is
please.
a prime example of why comedy has to punch up and not down, because every single joke that punched down in this movie was like viscerally upsetting to me. It's just like, I can't with this.
Yeah.
This is don't say that word, and don't do that joke, and don't do that, and don't do that.
Yes.
And it
Like
kept
it was
doing
almost
it.
like a nonstop just things that are no longer funny and never
Right.
should have been funny. But
Right.
you know, it's like, I mean, I'm trying, like, part of me wants to see if my students or like ask this generation to go and watch it and tell me what they see. Because
No.
and they'll be like not even able to watch the whole movie.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if this hadn't been an assignment, I would not have finished this movie, which is not great because, of course, it actually gets funny later. Like,
Yeah.
to me, the funniest parts, like once they start the actual pageant, like that's when the real funny comes in.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you at what point you thought it got funny.
That would be the part. It didn't help that we watched it on Tubi. So once again, commercials came in and ruined everything.
Yeah.
It's like it would start to get comedic momentum, and then there would be a commercial, and I would be like, oh God.
Yeah.
So apparently even bad movies can be made worse by commercials. But yeah, this is definitely an example of know better, do better. It was a little bit hard.
When it started, the very opening credits, I wrote, "What in the Wizard of Oz?" Like, I did not remember any of that with like the Grayscale or the sepia, opening. And then with Adam West, I wrote, "Holy white girl, Batman!" Like, it's like a whole commercial. Also, apparently, Shaft be loving cosmetics with that.
Oh, yeah.
Like the opening was great. Like, I mean, that opening commercial I think was very good with the womp, 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 and then it just kind of went downhill from there. I'm really sad that Kirstie Alley lost her mind because, like, she was good in this. Like, I think she was really, really good. But yeah, after that, I don't have a lot. Admit I can. It's just like little things here and there that I don't want to just repeat the parts that are funny.
The parts that are funny. Did you watch Hunting Wives?
Yes.
You did?
I did. The one about in Texas. And there's like
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, no, I watched the recent one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched
all the ladies with the guns, because that, of course, I was like, oh, but like I just assumed that if you were into like the Lutheran Sisters gun club, then you probably would be into Hunting Wives. It seemed like it was same vibes. The next little cultural crossover I had was the pork products lady, the former winner.
That was
did the commercial for the
she had the fucking apron on covered in blood.
Yeah.
But yeah,
she was very Sarah Palin coded. Like I feel like she kind of paved the way for Sarah Palin to exist. And then have you seen the commercials that Kristi Noem did when she was governor?
I think I've seen like clip like her on the horse and shit or something.
Yeah, or where she's like, wherever I'm from, wherever the fuck I'm from, South Dakota, whatever, is open for business for nurses. And she's like dressed like a nurse, like she's cosplaying all these different jobs.
Well, yeah, I've seen the internet memes where they like are talking about like all the different jobs she can do now because when she got fired or whatever.
Right, because she cosplayed them on ads.
Yeah.
So the pork products lady, definitely. I was like, oh, look at us. Like,
And she's like, and I work here now.
Yeah, exactly. So, Christy, no.
Yeah. I did love all the, like, I was like, oh, Amy Adams. Oh, Brittany Murphy. Like, so that
Yeah,
was fun.
there were, yep, there was a lot of like, oh, I thought that I had seen the first movie that Amy Adams was in. I had, but it wasn't the one I thought it was.
No. So you're probably not going to remember this, but I have a very distinct memory when you were in high school that you and your friends, you and some friends, y'all were like obsessed with wood paneling. And like anytime we were out driving and you saw a car, you would like, instead of like the slug bug VW thing, you'd be like, wood paneling, So when I saw the van going to the mall, I was like, what was that about? Like, was there something to it, or was it just a fucking weirdo thing that y'all did?
It's a weirder thing that we did, because why would you do that to a car? Why would you take a machine made out of metal and plastic and then think, I'm going to give this a natural look by putting panels of wood on it? Like, are you trying to camouflage the vehicle?
But it very much fits in with the like 90s aesthetic, right? Like of like ivy and hunter green and like that kind of aesthetic. Like, what about like the Woody, the surf cars from like the 50s? Is that acceptable wood paneling?
Oh, that, I think it's so extreme that yes, that is like acceptable because it all works together. It's like a cohesive unit. It's when you take that and then put it on a minivan that you're like,
it was just minivan. He was just minivans. Yeah.
Station wagons had it too. Because station wagons were the precursor to minivans.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember there being as many station wagons in the 90s as like...
the 80s were the station wagons.
Yeah. With the wood paneling. Speaking of the aesthetic of the 90s, the girl's room where she had the heart cut out of the wallpaper on her wall.
I noticed that.
It's so fucking that tracks. That tracks.
I just was so disgusted by all of the smoking everywhere all of the time. And I know that happened in the 80s and I know what happened in the 90s, but still it was just like
I think they definitely exaggerated it, which obviously it was a comedy. The Midwestern
was it obviously a comedy?
It was meant to be a comedy, a dark comedy.
Yeah.
A very, very dark, and I don't even think dark, to me, just offensive,
Yes,
I mean,
right.
I guess the darkness is like all these people die and nobody's actually sad.
Yeah,
like the guy who's like hitting on her and she kind of likes like just turns up dead and she's like, oh
yeah,
that's not so, I'm not sad, I don't have time for boys.
Midwestern, they don't have time for the emotions.
I guess. I don't know. All that Midwestern food, though, at the...
Yes, thank you. Gross slop. I could not. It reminded me of when Mom came to visit you and you took her out to Eastern Kentucky.
Mom wasn't there. I never took Mom to Eastern Kentucky. But I went to Eastern Kentucky a lot for my research in graduate school. And one day... someone's having a fundraiser and they're doing salads. And you can buy a plate that has 4 or 5 different kinds of salads. And like, I don't know why, because it's not like we didn't grow up. Like that was grandma's version of salad too, right? Like we grew up.
Grandma served an iceberg with a tomato. Like she served a green salad.
She also served Jello salad. And
potato salad and macaroni salad. And
like we grew up with the mayonnaise based, but for some reason I'm sitting here thinking, like chef salad and Waldorf salad or so, I don't know. And then I get this like styrofoam plate of fucking like all mayonnaise based. And it wasn't gross. Like it was just made me laugh at myself. And then I think I like told you, like, could you imagine if Mom like
I think that's why I put Mom in the memory, because I just want Mom to be there all excited about going, to a salad party and then it's just mayonnaise.
Have I told you about the arguments I've been having with one student this year about fruit and salads?
No.
She is adamant that fruit does not belong with savory food and it does not belong in a salad. Like that's
I am adamant in the opposite direction. I
Same.
only want to eat leafy greens if it has a
Fruit.
sweet fruit with it.
Yes. Like
That's
we
also.
have gone rounds with each other on this, and it's become class-wide discussions on whether or not fruit belongs in salad. Or with, and even like, but like apples and pork, and she's like, no.
I'm sorry for her. What a sad palate. And that's from the most basic eater that anyone's ever met. Have I ever told you? I don't know if I've said it on the podcast, but it's a very funny story. So I'm going to tell it again in case.
Okay, go ahead.
My friend Mai turned 30.
Mm-hmm.
And her parents are first generation immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
And they are from Vietnam.
Okay.
And so her mother was like, so they to fit the stereotype, she has a huge extended family and lots of cousins, and they all spend a lot of time together. So her mother was like, I'm going to throw you this 30th birthday party, and we're going to invite all of your family, but I want you to invite your friends. And she was like, no, Mom, it's okay. And she's like, no, I want you to invite your friends. I'll make Caucasian food. And I was real nervous about going because I knew I was going to go by myself and there'd be some other Caucasians there that I could talk to. But, I'm not good at the small talk. And I don't know a lot of Vietnamese people. Like, I know if I meet an abuela, she's going to love me and she's going to adopt me and try to move me into her house. And I'm going to be fine there. But this is a new culture and I don't know. And so, but I had to go because from the moment I got invited until the day of the party, I would just find things online like hot dogs and Jell-O and send it to Mai and go, is this going to be at the party?
Dying to know what Vietnamese people think Caucasian food is.
I want so badly to know and then I got there, and do you want to know what the Caucasian food was?
Pizza.
No, it was platters of cheese and crackers.
That's fair. It was pre the charcuterie board obsession that we're coming.
I don't think her mother would have put that much effort into the Caucasian food, which I completely appreciate. Like, I was like, is it going to be bologna? Is it going to be bologna sandwiches? Is it going to be pimento cheese sandwiches? Like, what exactly is going to be happening with the Caucasian food? And then I got there and it was like, oh, it's just cheese and crackers? Yeah, that works too. Not about that kind of Caucasians. Like,
I
the
love
fancy Caucasians
who now have whole ass businesses making charcuterie boards. Like, how is that a whole ass sustainable business model? It's not. But
you got to be real good at folding salami into little roses.
Anyways,
did you notice that your buddy Thomas Lennon was the documentarian who kept asking all the questions?
Who?
He's from the state.
Oh.
He was on Reno 911. He played the main guy on Reno 911 with the short film.
Oh, no. The voice, now that you say that, yes, the voice tracks. But no, I did not notice that he was the documentarian.
And the director of this also directed the state.
Oh, okay. I looked into the writer because I was like very much like, who made this? Like,
Sure.
Who created this and fought for it and how and why?
Yeah.
So I was surprised it was a woman.
Okay.
I mean, a little bit, but not. I think just because of the darkness of it and like the crassness of it, maybe.
Sure. Have you read any of my? Never mind.
No, you're not crass. Like, I mean, it was like low-brow humor, right? Like,
no. Punch downs were real painful. Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think tracks with like the point she was trying to make about the Midwest and how she was trying to mock those people, right? Or quote in quotes, not my use of those people, but you know what I mean. but yeah, like it just, I mean, I read some reviews on Wikipedia and I was like, yeah, this is a very smart way to say what I'm thinking about. Like it just misses the mark, right? Like it just, the right, So yeah, but it was very interesting. Like I said, I did find out like that she also wrote Sugar and Spice, which I can't
Huh?
remember if I've ever seen or not. Did you ever see it?
No.
Yeah. But then but it's billed under a pseudonym. And then apparently, and I'm sure you found this too, like because the studio was like, this is too much violence coming right after Columbine, and they wanted to tone down a lot of the violence. Now, the only source I have on this is a reel on Instagram, but so it could be completely untrue, but it makes sense because they were started filming like a month or two after Columbine or something. And she was like, I disagree and take my name off of this. And she was also an executive producer. They took her name off of that too, because she was like, disagreed with taking out some of the violence. So, Lana Williams, if you want to tell the truth or clear the air or whatever, please.
Oh, I'm cutting that. No, not inviting this person anywhere near me.
Okay.
I do think that Ellen Barkin and Allison Janney were saving the movie. They did a lot to
absolutely.
try to save this movie.
Absolutely.
When they were laughing at the Jesus dancing, and I'll tell you, we were the only people laughing in the movie theater when that happened. Like we saw that here in North Texas, which is like right on the edge of the Bible Belt. And for those of you who know, they film a lot of the evangelical television that goes out worldwide is filmed like 45 minutes from where I'm sitting right now.
Mhm.
And nobody else was laughing at the theater when we saw that. And we were like falling down laughing so hard, especially because it was combined with Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, which is like a sexy romantic song. And anytime, as we've discussed, people just hear one line in a song and then completely misconstrue the meaning. Which I would say, like, you're too good to be true. You could say, oh, yeah, Jesus is too good to be true. And so then you're like, this is an appropriate song to sing about Jesus Christ. Like, Jesus Christ, it is not an appropriate song.
Yeah.
And the fact that she couldn't sing was even better. And that made me really, really, really happy. But speaking of, I have some other comments on the musical numbers here. The Proud to Be an American number reminded me of another of our favorites. Did you get vibes from Girl for All Seasons? From Grease too?
Yes, but Girl for All Seasons was much better.
Oh, yeah.
Never thought that I'd be able to say something from Grease 2 was better than in another movie.
Somebody climbing on top of a ladder was better in Grease 2 than in this movie. And then the last year's winner, that it was like,
oh my God,
that really, really walked the line. I mean, it walked the line, and I don't think it succeeded in the end with her being that anorexic. But I will say that her in the wheelchair reminded me so much of our Aunt Diane. Like the beauty queen. I was like, this is weird. I don't get it. And then the physical fitness number, when they're running around with those little ladders, all I could think about was Waiting for Guffman and the stools number.
Well, that was some of the criticism, is that like it's part Waiting for Guffman, part, I don't know, a couple other things. Like I guess there was like a pageant mockumentary in like the 70s or something. Smile, I think it was called, so it's like part of this, like there's nothing original about it. And then the stuff they took from, they didn't do well, And I guess that like Texas mom cheerleader killer or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which I've never seen.
Did that happen before this?
I think it did.
Okay.
I think it did.
Time is a flat circle.
Yes, it is. I mean, I will say one thing I can appreciate about this movie is that, there were so many saccharine sweet bullshit teen love comedies, rom-coms coming out at the time, right?
Yeah.
And so I do like that they at least tried to
Subvert that.
subvert that, right? And kind of maybe shed light, or I don't know, on some darker sides of 90s teenagerness, I mean, but it's a cult classic. Apparently women in the queer community love it.
That's interesting. Did they love the Soylent Green monologue? Because I did.
I mean, who doesn't love the Soylent Green monologue? I love her. I mean, it'll either be from Othello or Soylent Green.
Right.
But my version.
Right. None of this is appropriate.
It's Brittany great too, I just have to say.
Yeah, she was good, except the part that was really uncomfortable when she was laughing about her brother, about Greg Louganis being at her brother's drag show. And she was maniacally laughing and it went on too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did think that this was some of the greatest dance editing and the best obvious fake since Flashdance when Kirsten Dunst was tap dancing. It's really good.
Yeah.
There were two lines that I had to write down, which was when she was getting mad at Denise Richards and said she was like, I hate her. And the other little helper mom was like, well, yeah, I hate her. Yes, y'all hate her.
I know. I will say, so when they started actually fighting,
yeah,
Dunst and Denise Richards, it was very nostalgic of the couple of seasons when Denise Richards was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So that was fun for me.
Oh, yeah.
She's a hot mess.
I'm not surprised. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills made it into our supercut, by the way.
Woo!
If you heard that one.
Sure. It has finally gotten more dramatic because I'm about to cancel Peacock because I'm only paying for Peacock right now to watch this. And I'm I don't think I'm going to make it to the end. But they finally upped the drama St. Christ.
Good. The producers did their job. The other line that I really liked and wrote down was when Kirsten Dunst was like, it's exactly how I pictured it, choking on swan gas.
I wrote down, the swan ate my baby.
It's pretty good too.
And also,
then this is a joke that nobody is going to get except super big film nerds. So when the gentleman who is unfortunately teased and ridiculed gets stuck in the truck by his overall, and then he's asking the documentary film crew for help, and they put the note at the bottom that's
interfere.
Yes. So it's for a long time there's been this ethics of documentary filmmaking of whether or not to intervene when you're filming, because if you intervene, then you're changing the blah, 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 blah. Yes. But there's a very famous Buñel film where he sends up documentaries where the same thing happens. But in his version, I swear to God, it's a little homeless child dying on the side of the road. And they put a note and they're the documentarians couldn't intervene. You want to talk about dark comedy? That is some dark comedy.
Okay, well played on that one then.
That's all I gotta say about Drop It.
I mean, even the nature documentarians now are starting to intervene, right? Come on. Where's that one where there was an elephant or a seal? I don't know.
I saw something because apparently we're going to go back into lockdown potentially. But I saw something that
when nobody can afford gas to go anywhere.
Oh no, that's the fake lockdown. When we were in lockdown, dolphins kept bringing gifts to the shore or whatever because they missed the humans. Come and play. Come with us. What happened?
Because they wanted to have sex with them.
You got sick. I'm back.
Oh, dolphins! If only you knew. we're fucking terrible. You're better off without us. Why are we
Some
going
of
to
us,
lockdown? Is there another virus coming?
yeah,
Cool.
the variant is out there.
Oh, cool. We got a timeline on that?
No,
Okay.
I just saw a headline.
Okay. You're like, I saw a reel on Instagram that we're going back in.
All my research, reels on Instagram.
I saw a headline. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a cult classic that does not deserve the honor of being a cult classic. I'm just gonna say it.
I would like to say it didn't have an official score, but the unofficial score was like pop punk grunge,
Yeah.
and it was so wrong. Like I have never been so offended by music mismatching what was happening on screen as much as I was in this.
Really? It didn't bother me that much. Like,
It bothered me so much.
yeah.
It could have been improved significantly. I think if they could turn this into a 45-minute film where they take out every offensive joke and just leave in the ones that are actually funny, it would be worth being a cult classic. And then they wouldn't need all that terrible music.
Like, it's not even a long movie, but honestly, I felt like after she got blown up on the swan, it really could have ended. Like, we didn't need.
Yeah, the pacing was bad.
Yeah, like the vomiting. But I do love the end when they all show up and the company's been seized by the IRS. Like, I really enjoyed that. Like, and I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And then they all like start tearing stuff down. That was
yes, they all just go insane and like, yeah, and like I don't know, like the shootout.
It was a bit on the nose with having a pedophile up there in the mix of it all.
Yeah, that was one of those that it's like that's not gonna like like because I'm just thinking like how would this like the new generation?
This was at the time or around the time when Donald Trump was running Miss America or whatever. So there literally was a pedophile walking around amongst beauty contestants.
Yeah, going into their dressing rooms and talking about how he could do it because he owned the pageant, and yet he's still, Idaho's gonna shoot pedophiles and firing squad, but the Midwest is fucked up.
Idaho, what do you? I don't think they count as the Midwest.
Oh no, what is it?
I think they're technically
West?
Part of the Northwest.
Northwest? Okay, well, the middle of the country,
Pacific Northwest.
the middle of the country's fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say. The whole country's fucked. We know it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a dude yesterday at the parade dressed as Santa. The parade.
What?
I mean, the
parade. The parade protest. Let's call it what it really is.
Parade. It was a parade. Let's just go ahead. It was a parade of look at us. We're such great white people.
Nice.
And I know I'm part of the problem, but I'm trying not to.
I was super, super sad that we didn't get to watch Spice World.
Yeah.
And that I didn't make a better choice. Like, I was like, I almost suggested Clueless. And then I was like, well, but like Clueless, we're just going to talk about how cute it is. And like, there won't be anything to really talk about. And then we watched this and I was like, no.
There's stuff that I don't want to talk about any of the stuff.
I don't want to talk about.
I mean, Clueless is so like it's just so mainstream that I don't know that we have anything to add to the conversation. Which I don't know that that's the point of our podcast, but still, maybe we'll start a new conversation about this movie and how it needs to just be canceled.
I'd rather get Can't Buy Me Love canceled because I feel like more people look at that movie than this one.
Oh, but that's not about the movie.
Oh, it is. Is it? Yeah, it's both.
Okay. Well, I knew that we were upset about what happened to the actress.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, bribing people, okay, yeah.
The whole thing. That's it. Thank you. Well, listening to the I Love You Back podcast contest. It's not a contest. We're
have you
losing.
verified that the next movie is available before we say that's what we're going to watch?
No, but I feel like it is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it came up in like, you might also want to watch. Next week, we'll be doing the final in our late 90s Fever Dream series, Empire Records.
So good.
Just in time for Rex Manning Day. I know y'all are excited.
Oh, not today. Not
Yep.
on Rick's Baby Day.
Everything made us cringe about this movie.
Oh my God.
Some
It's
things
funny.
made us laugh, and we're happy to forget it again.
Yes.
After Empire Records, we will be taking a brief break, and I don't have anything planned for the next season. So if you have ideas, please share your thoughts through. We are now only listening to reels on Instagram, so you're going to need to make a reel.
Which is really just a TikTok.
Yes, post it on Instagram and tag I Love You But Pod. That way we see it, because otherwise we won't know. No, I'm kidding. You can find us on Instagram and Threads at I Love You But Pod, or you can email us at iloveyoubutpod@gmail.com. Listener and emails and comments may turn up on future episodes. Hey, we're in this for 3 years. We're on our 4th season. If you like us, be sure to rate and review and follow and subscribe to the I Love You But podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for listening. I'm Heather.
I'm Ryan. We wish you lots and lots of conditional love.